my gosh. So gross. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be part 2 of the disassembly of my 1971 Dodge Challenger that I've named Kermit. And if you didn't see the first video, go ahead and check that out where we started pulling apart the whole front end of this car. Basically got all the both the fenders off, the grille, the lower valance panel. There's still quite a bit more that I need to pull off the front of this car, but for the most part everything is out of the engine bay. Like I said, front grille, bumper, fenders, all that stuff is off. So grille and valance panels over there, got my fenders over here, and now we need to start concentrating on getting the rest of this stuff off the car, like the front suspension. I need to get the steering column out of there. I was going to get a punch and knock the pin out of here, but I don't know if you can see that, but the pin has already been knocked out, so that's super nice. Right now I need to get this door open, and then we can start getting the steering column out of there. I think the steering column should be a pretty easy, or it should be pretty easy to get out because the firewall of the car looks to be in pretty good shape. It's not like super heavy rusted or anything like the rest of the car is. So we'll get the steering column out of there, get the deck lid off the car, we'll get the taillights out of here. Everything back here in this rear deck panel area looks to be okay. Like, again, not heavy rusted like the friggin' floor is. So this should be a pretty easy thing to get out of the car. But yeah, for right now, let's see if we can get the steering column out. I want to get that window down. I really want to try to see if we can get it down. I did notice on the inside of the car, we do have this window crank handle that's still here on this window. This one just does not want to come down. You can see the whole car, or the whole panel here, is just flexing, so something's bound up. I don't even know if this will come off. Oh, so it will. All right, so got this off. Maybe I can put it on that window crank and we can get this window down. Hopefully it goes smoothly. But yeah, let's try that. All right, let's see if we can get this window to come down. I'm really hoping it's not going to be like that one, or it's just super seized in there. Hoping this one's going to be a little bit easier. Oh, nice. Oh, that's atrocious. Okay. Is that as far down as we're going? Yeah, okay, that's all right. I'm not going to mess with that anymore. So that's cool. Got the window down. Should probably at some point take apart these doors and get the glass out of there, get the window crank mechanisms out of there, get the, you know, I can probably do that today. I'll get the side mirror off there, but yeah, that's cool. I want to hang a light in here. I want to take that light down right here and hang it inside the car so that way I've got some light to work with and you guys can see what's going on. But yeah, so that's cool. Window came down. Let's get the steering column out of there. Alright guys, now that we got the light hung up in here, hopefully everyone can see. Look how nice this steering wheel is. Oh, I'm so happy that this freaking survived the years of sitting out in the field. It's actually in really good shape, so that's super cool. But anyway, first things first, in order to get the steering column out, we've got these two master plugs here that come down. This will control, like, you know, turn signals, ignition, horn, stuff like that. So we'll unplug these two, and then we've got two bolts here on the firewall that hold the steering column to this plate. So one bolt there, and then I'm gonna try not to get tetanus by cutting myself in all this rust. But underneath here, we've got one stud there and a stud there with nuts. So we'll take those down. That will drop the steering column down, and then once that is down, we'll come over here to the front of the car where the steering box is. And now I was going to get a punch and knock this pin out, but I don't know if you'll be able to see. Yeah, the pin is already out of that thing, so that's nice. So all we got to do is just pull the friggin' steering column out once everything is unbolted and unplugged. So let's go ahead and do that now. Well, apparently there is something holding up the steering column from coming out. I think it's the coupler on the steering box. So let's go figure that out. All right, well, it appears that I haven't knocked the roll pin out. I thought that I did. Apparently I just knocked a whole bunch of stuff out of the middle. The roll pin is still in here, so like an idiot, this was literally not coming off the steering shaft. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that pin out now. There, now it's out. Okay, that took entirely way too long to get out. I'm an idiot. I thought that pin was already out. Guess it wasn't. So, moving on to the rest of the car. Okay, well, I found the mega rat nest. That is that's disgusting. Oh, dude. Frickin' hantavirus. That is absolutely disgusting. Oh gosh, that is gross. And to think that I got it all out of the car when we were doing the vacuuming? Heck no. That is, that's disgusting. Dude, what the heck? Okay, time to get the vacuum cleaner. That's gross. Oh my gosh. Dude, they chewed all the way through the harness. That is insane. Holy freaking cow, dude. All right, if anyone has had a worse rat nest in their car, let me know in the comments, because that, I mean, it goes back there. You probably can't tell because it's dark, but it goes all the way under the freaking dash. That is disgusting. What is that? Okay, that's, oh my gosh, dude, that is disgusting. Dude, I've seen my fair share of little rat or squirrel nests in cars or whatever, but this takes the cake. This is probably the worst I've ever seen. I mean, dude, they chewed the freaking harness in half. like I said, it just continues to go back that way. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, is that a turd? Is that a pen? What is that? That's poop. That's like raccoon poop, dude. What the frick? Oh my gosh. What? That's the most disgusting thing I've ever... Oh my gosh, why am I doing this? Okay, that's bad. Let's just vacuum that out because that's freaking gross. I don't want to breathe all that dust in. Okay, I think I got most of it vacuumed out of the dash there. I know there's still a bunch more grossness that way, so what I think my next plan of action is, don't worry, I have a mask on too, like so I'm not just breathing in all this crap. So I think my next plan is I'm going to take the dash pad off here and maybe see if I can't get a better look at, you know, stuff down in here or whatever. Man, you can kind of see there's still a big chunk of nest that's like down over here in this area, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that speaker out and see if we can't get the dash pad off of here. Or do I even need to take the dash pad off? Maybe just try to get the whole dash assembly out of the car. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of looking at some options here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start just taking all of this stuff off and then working on getting the top of the dash off. All right, since there's absolutely no point in trying to save any of this, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the wires. Still a bunch of stuff that's holding the dash in the car, but at least I can see everything and get to everything now. Because gosh dang it, that is gross. So gross. Okay, dash is out, and that's absolutely disgusting. I had no idea that there was so much rat nest behind the dash, like unbelievable. Look at the size of this wasp nest here, like a little mud dauber just chilling back there. Yeah, that's so gross. But I'm glad that it's out. That certainly makes the rest of the car seem a little bit more workable now. I'll show you the firewall. All right, so here is the firewall. Still got, oh man, they ate a lot of that plastic on that vent stuff. Yeah, like all that's supposed to be closed off. You know, because there's the heater core. So then the heater core blows upwards and into these two vents for the defrost, essentially. But man, yeah, they ate all that plastic away, as you can see. But yeah, I mean, as far as the rest of the car is concerned, this, you know, this is bad, but the firewall actually looks to be in really good shape. Probably not going to have to do any metal work. If any, it's going to be very, very small. So that's super cool. I think I'm going to call it a night for right now. And then in the morning, I'll come back out here and I'll take the rest of the stuff off the firewall. And maybe try to get to, you know, the front suspension, stuff like that. But that was a big chore to get that dash out of there. It was disgusting. But anyway, all right, see you in the morning. All right, correction. Not tomorrow morning, not yet. Because there's one thing that needs to be done first. So my wife, ever since I got this car, has noticed these stupid little tree branches that have been chilling back here. So I went ahead and took all the little fasteners off this trim panel. And we're gonna go ahead and take this off so she can get those little tree branches in there. You psycho. Okay, go ahead.
Oh man.
Oh geez.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, it wasn't just.
Shoo! Look at that thing. Oh my gosh.
That is crazy.
It was literally like all you saw was that.
Yeah, so it's, I told you, yeah, it was like, I told you, like, there was a little tree that was growing up to this thing, so I'm sure it was, like, thick behind there and then thinned out, so I can squeeze through that little panel, but...
Sheesh.
Yeah. Was that fun for you?
I feel better now.
Do you? Okay. Jeez Louise. Well, let's go ahead and pull the rest of this panel off. Go ahead. You can set your tree down somewhere. Yep, pull outward, up and out. Oh wait, hold on.
Feels like it's bolted somewhere still.
It's not that it's bolted anywhere. It's being, I think it's being trapped by the bumper.
Oh.
Okay, so just kind of realized I need to take the tail light bolts out themselves, and then the tail lights and the whole back panel piece will just come out. I thought I could just get the panel piece out without having to take the tail lights out, but tail lights have to come out. So 1 second. Okay, so I lied again. Apparently you have to take the bumper off in order to get the whole taillight panel and taillights out, which doesn't make any sense. So according to this, you know, like all the studs are out, but there's a stud on the bottom for this panel piece here that won't come out because the bumper's right here. So I don't know. I refuse to believe that the engineers at Chrysler were like, well, in order to get this panel out, to get to the taillights, you got to take the bumper off. That doesn't make any sense. It's kind of frustrating, but I don't know, I guess. I was just taking a look at the two bolts that are holding the bumper on here, and they are super rusted. So I'm going to go ahead and soak those in PB Blaster overnight, and then in the morning we'll go ahead and take those off so that we can get the tail panel out. Because, you know, that just makes so much sense. All right, see you in the morning. Oh look, morning time. Yeah, check out the friggin' dash. There's still like poundage of rat nest back here. I'm not even remotely going to use any of this. However, I don't know. I take that back. I might try to do something with the AM radio and maybe some of the switches if they're still good and savable. I don't know. Maybe some of the vents, but the rest of this hoo-ha is going in the trash because that is garbage. All right, let's see if we can get this bumper off so we can get the taillights out, so we can get the panel out. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's go. All right, what are the chances this actually breaks loose? Oh, pretty good. I was not expecting that to go as easy, considering the threads are almost rusted off completely. Let me guess, this is just spinning on the back side. Yeah, of course it is. Awesome. Well, I might have to take the valance panel off first so that I can get a wrench behind there and hold that nut so I can spin that off. Okay, hold on. Oh boy. Okay, rear valance panel is off. That was a pain in the ass to get to because these like little old bolt little things or whatever, like, you know, they're supposed to stay clamped on the metal and then you run the bolt through them. Well, you know, they break off and it's just a pain in the ass to get them off. So it took me a minute to get it off, but yeah, valance panel is off. I got one of the bumper bolts off, and you can see how well this is going. So that's, ooh, that's still hot. Yeah, we're clearly just gonna be breaking these things. And I friggin' soak these things in PB Blaster throughout the night. So, yeah, I'm afraid there's really no easy way of going about this. So, yeah, gonna have to just keep plugging away, maybe breaking bolts off to get the bumper off. I'm obviously going to be replacing all this stuff anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, okay, I'll let you know when the bumper's off. Well, surprisingly, this one's actually going pretty well. Doesn't seem to be binding like the other one was. But wait, now that I've said that, watch, it's going to start getting tight now. Yep, spoke too soon. Okay, so after 93.6 years of getting rusty frozen bolts off the friggin' bumper, I can now finally take it down. Ooh! Alright. I'll just set that over there. That's cool. I just totally set that down on my ankle. It's fine. Didn't need it. Okay, well, everything looks actually pretty solid back here, considering. I mean, this is just muddy dirt, so that's fine. But yeah, as far as the actual body panel back here goes, it actually looks quite nice. Not too bad. So now we can finally take this freaking thing off. Again, I don't see why Dodge would design this in a way that you had to take the bumper off in order to get this rear taillight panel out. That just doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. If any of you guys know who are into the e-body thing, let me know, because again, that just seems pretty weird to me that you had to take the bumper off in order to get the rear taillight bezel off and to get to the taillights. So I don't know. All right, let's take this off. Okay, let's pull this off. Maybe. Yes, no, possibly. Ooh, yes, sir. All right, now that this is off, I can finally get a good look at how this actually kind of goes together. The 71 Challenger taillight panel is a two-piece deal, but it also has the emblem that's somehow on there that doesn't come off. I'm going to flip this over all... Oh, it is bolted on. That's why. Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. These little, like, reflector pieces on the other side are a part of the whole taillight bezel, which is rad. Well, man, that's pretty cool. Alright, moving on to getting the taillights out. Well, I do believe I took all the bolts out of this one, so there we go. Alright, one taillight section out of the car. And again, dude, this metal back here is in really great shape considering. I'm really stoked about that, actually, because the less metal that... Oh, sorry, I almost fell over. The less metal that I have to deal with and replace is a lot better, and that makes me feel so much more at ease that knowing that the back of the car, for the most part, is in really good shape. Yo, these little like foam gaskets behind the lights are powder. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Unfortunately, I wish I could have gotten more done, but this car is just so rusty. Everything is just fighting me. Every single nut and bolt on this thing is fighting me because of how much rust and corrosion there is, and it's just taking 2 to 3 times longer than it realistically should to get stuff off. I think it took me like damn near 3 hours just to get that rear bumper off. It's insane. So, but I am glad we were able to get the dash out of there, because that was freaking disgusting. Like, all of that stuff in there was just covered in rat nests and poop and piss and all sorts of stuff. So I'm glad we were able to get that out. And I know I said I wanted to try to get the heater core out and, you know, like this little vent system and the center console in this video, but I think that's just gonna have to wait for the next video. But again, we got the dash out of there, we got the deck lid off, we got the taillights out, we got the rear taillight panel off. Like I said, all the metal back here looks super, super good considering the rest of the car, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Still need to get the gas tank out, the rear axle, shocks, if they'll even come out. Those things are a corroded nightmare. Yeah, gas tank filler tube, a bunch of the stuff on the inside. We still got to get glass out of the thing, the doors, all that stuff. So in a couple weeks, my buddy Mike's going to be coming down from Canada. He has a YouTube channel, the Old Car Channel. I'll link that right there. Go ahead and check that out. That dude's got some super killer videos. We were together on power tours, a lot of fun. But yeah, so like I said, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'm not just saying subscribe just to say it like every YouTuber does. The reason why I say is because more subscribers I get, the more help that provides for this thing, and it really does help me out a lot. So if you could just hit that like and subscribe button, and dudes, we will see you next time.